I'm Killian, and thank you for accepting this interview for Radio Normandy Rock and United Rock Nation. How are you?
Good. Just gonna need a few more cups of coffee and then we're gonna be great.
That's nice. So you are Royal Republic,
Yes.
a Swedish band created in 2007.
Ish. Yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
around that.
7, 8 sometime then.
Yeah.
After the millennium, before the pandemic.
That's
Somewhere
It's
between
large.
the millennium and the pandemic.
That's the royal window.
Yeah, that's the royal window.
How did you come together to form this band, and who chose the name?
Everybody of us attended the Academy of Music in Malmö, Sweden, which is like a university level study of music. And I was there for about a year, and then I realized this is not for me. I want to do the band thing, the idea of the band. So I actually quit and I started writing songs, and then I looked around and I noticed, I need people in this band with me, and it was very clear to me that I have friends that are cool, but I don't want to play music with them because I have no patience. Like, I need proper musicians that know how to play.
Yeah.
So I like him, and because they look the most like I can get him in a rock band, sure. Just, give him a beard, and so we kind of started. It was really terrible first because the music was great and we sounded great and we looked great, but the chemistry was just like ugh, like we had nothing in common, and we had like no So it was basically really like business first, friendship later.
We'll work it out on the road.
Now we're friends. Like 15 years later, like hey, it's like, hey man. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think. Your popularity came about thanks to the fact that you opened for the Offsprings.
People keep saying
and
that.
won a competition. That's what they said on the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
We won a competition?
I guess it's Emma again.
Oh yeah. We won a competition in Sweden called Emergenza, which I guess maybe you have in France as well. It's like young bands play like competitions, like 10 bands, and then there's one winner. Like, hey.
Yeah, it's I think like that.
Right.
Because on internet it's already.
So we actually exactly, but we actually went to Paris and played a show in 2008, I think, or 9, with the old bass player.
Old bass player, yeah. Really old.
Or like
he's 95 years old now.
He's dead. But the Offspring wasn't connected to that. That was like a standalone thing.
Okay.
But it's funny that you mention it because in like pretty much every interview for the last year, people have been going like, that show with the Offspring is really when the French market opened up for you. And we're like, really? Because we kept playing, 250 people and 300 people and 400. It wasn't like it exploded after we opened for Offspring. It was like just two shows
you're
along
beginning
the way.
at the bottom and level up.
And we really built.
Internet maybe.
Nah, thing is, it's strange because we don't really fit in. Like we don't have a hit.
Yeah.
Right? We don't have a hit. We were not carried by the radio. You know what I mean? Or MTV. Or we didn't have a YouTube sensation. We didn't go viral. Nothing really happened. There was no scandal, like so that we were in the newspaper and going like, oh, his leg is gay, and like or whatever. It's like we only kept coming back and playing and playing and playing and playing, and people saw it live, and then they told 4 other people, and that's the way we built it, kind of.
Okay.
And now is the time in 2023. Is when we start seeing like the results of all that work. It's like snowballing, and it's out of our control, kind of.
In a good way.
And it's taken on a life of its own, where it kind of grows, and it's a community. It's organic,
Okay.
which is really really cool to see.
Okay.
Long answer.
Yes, but it's the job of the interview. What's the metal, rock, and Swedish scene like at the moment, right now?
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like the usual suspects are still going strong. Like In Flames always put out a record and they get the Grammy because nobody gives a shit.
I'm on a
Amarth, Arch Enemy, Opeth, Ghost, obviously, Ghost taking over the world, kinda, which is really cool. Other than that, like a lot of bands are
Halo effect.
getting old.
Yeah.
You know, there is definitely room for whoever wants to follow.
Yeah,
you know.
what do you call that? Like in sports, like you have a team and they get...
Generationsväxling.
Yeah, but in French.
Well, sorry, Mr. Gutter. Let me just do the word translate. I can't even.
No.
You know what I mean. There's a football team, and then the French football team, and then they're old. So Laurent is not playing anymore, and Zidane is not playing anymore. But then Mbappe comes in, and you know what I mean. So the switch,
the crossover, kind of.
Okay.
So I don't really know what's gonna happen. The live scene isn't really as strong in Sweden because Sweden is very much a like weekend-based country. Mm-hmm. There are shows on Fridays and Saturdays, and that's it.
Okay, it's
very condensed. Yeah. So very a lot of bands fighting for very few spots.
Okay.
Okay. And everywhere in Europe, it's kind of Monday through Sunday. Every day of the week, there's a show, right?
Yeah.
So that's why Swedish bands keep going.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's go to Europe.
Okay. Tonight you're playing opposite a big band, Ugly Kid Joe.
Yeah.
In a completely different register to your own. Aren't you too worried about that? And who's going to win the battle of the audience?
We don't think of it as a battle at all.
Yeah.
We do our thing regardless of where we play. For some reason, it really seems to work out for us whenever we play like metal-driven, like metal festivals. For some reason, I think we are probably the most eclectic band out of Sweden. Eclectic means many different things.
Yeah.
So it kind of like we don't really belong anywhere, and also that's the reason it kind of works wherever we go.
Yeah.
Because we have no idea what to expect. We had this all summer where we went to new places and new audiences, and it's not a rock audience or a metal audience or a pop audience. And wherever we go, it just seems to work out. And all we do is we do us. That's what we do. And we're not too focused about what other bands are doing or.
Okay.
So.
Your latest album was released on 30 June.
2019, yeah.
Yeah. This year.
You mean the EP?
Yeah,
right.
sorry.
Right.
Who wrote the lyrics and who composed? It's all the band, or?
I mean, those songs, the pandemic songs, are kind of. We all write.
Yeah.
Like everybody writes always. There's no law like rule that says I do the drums or you do this and I write the vocal melody. Everybody kind of helps and makes demos, and then we sit and put them together. I'm producing like the current album, and I'm also producing. I always produced the songs that were in the pandemic. Yeah. So because somebody has to decide every now and then. It's very much a collaborative effort.
It's a band effort.
Okay, yeah, so everybody worked on it, and not one people do the lyrics. And
No.
Okay, that's cool, because many bands do an interview, it's this person does the lyrics and this produced it, and many, and you are the first who say it's a band job.
Yeah.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
It's a band job.
I think
It's a band job. Wow.
Would you like a band job? Yes. A band job. Get in there, dudes. Okay.
I've always wanted to be able to do cover. Do you have to ask for special authorization I'm thinking of the support cover of Lenny Kravitz. Are you gonna go my way? Perform with Kokomo?
Yeah. What was the question?
If we have to ask for permission.
I don't know. That's why we have a manager.
Yeah.
I don't know these kinds of questions.
The manager asked the question, maybe. And
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. I have no idea. I just show up and I sing and I play and I act like a dick, and our manager takes the legal stuff.
Takes the lawsuit to
Okay.
the next level.
You have 5 tracks recorded at the Olympia on the album. Do you like playing there a lot?
Olympia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was a perfect way to end the European tour. Obviously, playing a legendary venue like the Olympia is like a bucket list thing. It's one of those things like, cool. And to have a sold out evening on top of it was just amazing. So we thought it was a perfect little souvenir and to take into the future. Like here we go, like a nice little.
And did you want to do it again?
Olympia?
Yeah. Or
yeah.
other,
Of course.
bigger.
Bigger, always,
always
sure.
bigger.
Always bigger. We'll see what happens. We can't say anything at this moment, but we can promise that we're definitely coming back to Paris and we're definitely coming back to France next year with a new album.
Okay.
So
The next question is not about the album, but how did you find the French audience?
French audience?
Yeah.
Better English than I thought.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I always say I like the French fans better than the British fans. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great.
Okay.
I think it's obvious that there's a big passion for music and live music. Maybe in a little different way, like attitude than we have in Sweden. Because when we love something, when we go to a concert and we stand like this. When we really love it, we go like, this is how we
really
show.
good.
This is how we show love. And then we go like, okay, the French people are like, they dance and beat the crap out of each other and scream and it's cool.
Okay. Well, like a typically French tour with date in all 4 corners of France, not just Paris and the big cities, is that possible for you to do in little stage or live show?
I think we do. I'm not too certain about the geography of
Yeah.
what is where, but I do know that we played I don't know how many cities across France in the last decade. You know what I mean? We play. Yeah, we play Marseille, we play Lyon, we play Nantes, we play Strasbourg, we play Lille, and we play all these little towns that aren't even like cities. They're just like little farmervilles. So we must have played pretty much all over the map by now.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's cool. I like the change of scenery. Really,
Okay.
it's nice.
I like to finish my interview with an anecdote. Do you have one to tell me?
Anecdote.
I'll tell you, on the last European tour in France, I can't remember which city. I think.
Always.
Yeah. It's the.
That looked weird. I'm sorry, but
We were doing a headline tour, and we were supposed to go down to meet and greet, like meet the fans, the VIP, and do sound check. And Hannes, the guitar player, is always late, sleepy and late as fuck. So he realizes like 10 minutes before meet and greet, he goes like, I forgot my toothpaste. So I have to go buy toothpaste to brush my teeth. And he goes down to the pharmacy and he buys a tube of what he thinks is toothpaste because it's in France, and he goes, it looks like toothpaste, I'll buy it. And he comes up and he goes, and then I hear like, and he comes out like, and I was, what's going on? And then we look at the tube and it says adhesive. It's like this
it's like
glue
glue.
that you're supposed to put the prosthetic teeth in. And he brushed his whole mouth with. And so we asked the promoter like, oh, help, because I don't know, is it serious or is it like fine? But just like, oh, just hot water and like, and then we went down to the meet and greet like, oh, Hannes. So that's close call.
Yeah,
You never know when the devil is coming for you.
Okay.
it's next Tuesday.
He comes in the form of
Did he
Mouth-
have toothpaste right now?
mouth glue.
No, he has real toothpaste. But yeah.
Okay. So, thank you very much for giving me your time. See you soon.
Pleasure.
And see you tonight at the show.
Awesome. Thank
you
you.
so much.
Cheers.